guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. Today we're going to be doing an all-day outdoor clean with me. I feel like I've been asked so many times to do this video, and you guys want to know just all the work it takes to be outside. So if you're needing some type of outdoor motivation, this video is the one for you. So this first clip was early in the morning because the very first thing I do is water my flower pots. So you're going to go ahead and just see me fill up my little watering can so I can work on those. But if you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe and join my family. But now let's get back to watering.
And tonight I am going all the way. The way you touch my hair, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say, now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you.
So it has been so hot and dry here in Oklahoma that I've been having to water these twice a day. So I like to do it when I first get up between like 7 and 9 o'clock at some point. And then you'll also see me do it at the end of the video because I like to do it in the evening. If I don't water them at least twice a day, they just like die. They just can't make it. So like I said, it's just been super warm here lately and super dry. So I'm having to water those like crazy. And then Chase is going to be mowing this morning. We like to do this once a week. And so I go around and try to help him move everything or put it away where he doesn't have to like get off the mower and move it. So with this bench, normally I'll put it up on concrete, but since it's so far away, I just tuck it back in the tree and then he'll mow around it. And then once he's done mowing, I'll like move it out so he can weed eat. But this is out here in the very back of our yard, our fire pit, and I just like to stack our chairs inside of it so he doesn't even have to mess with them. Now Chase is just prepping the lawnmower so he can go ahead and mow. So he's just putting more gas into it so he doesn't have to stop later and put more into it. And then, like I said, we have been watering so much. We've just been leaving our hose out most of the time. So we have to have 2 really long hoses to be able to water those bushes in the very back of our yard. We are on an acre, so to get the hose all the way back there, it takes 2. And typically we don't have to water all the time, but like I said, it was just a really dry month in June, so we did not want those to die, so we've just been watering them every evening. Now I'm going to head over to our back patio because I really need to work on this space. So currently I am prepping because we were having our family or our parents over for the 4th of July, but this is something I have to do pretty often. When I chose to put a really like light gray and white rug outdoors, I knew it was going to be a little bit of work, but I don't mind it. I really like staying busy and I love the way it looks. So you're going to see me pull all the chairs off of it so I can go ahead and get this cleaned before our guests come over.
But they all disappear, they will let you down, so we better stick together. Let's come whatever, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now. We only need the 2 of us together. I need only you in this crazy world.
I like to vacuum this outdoor rug about once or twice a week. I at least do it once a week. Sometimes I do it twice. It really doesn't get too bad. The boys do get it kind of grassy because they'll run around and then they like to come sit underneath the table where it's shaded and just relax down there. So it does get a little dirty and you can see the walkway like where people walk back and forth. So I am going to go ahead and shampoo this next just to kind of get it nice and clean. That's probably something I'll have to do once a month if I want to leave this out here. But to me, it's super easy to do. We already own our shampooer and it's just easy to vacuum since this is a cordless vacuum. So I'm still 100% okay with having the rug outdoors. Okay, now I'm going to get everything ready to shampoo. This is the shampoo like cleaner that I like to use in it. This is leftover of the sample, but I have more of it. And then here is the shampooer I like to use. It's nice and lightweight and just smaller to store. I'll have this link down below in my description box. I absolutely love this guy and I just feel like it's really easy to use. So all you do is grab that little container out of there and there's a water line. So you're just going to fill up the water to that line. I like to use warm or hot water. I feel like anytime you're cleaning, when you have soapy hot water, it cleans better. So you're going to see me just kind of let the water get warm and then I'm going to start filling it up. And then once the water hits that line, then you just fill up, there's a solution line and you just pour in your cleaner, whatever kind you choose, up until that line and then you are good to go.
We better stick together, let's come whatever, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the wild, gotta get it right now.
And then all you have to do is put the bottle back into there. You just kind of drop it in. It is super easy and convenient. I feel like this is super simple. Anybody can do it. It's lightweight. You can buy more expensive shampooers that are a lot bigger and you can clean larger spaces, but I'm super happy with this. I can clean a whole area rug or like a whole bedroom with it. And by that point anyways, I feel like your water wouldn't be as warm. So at that point you can refreshen your water. So I'm really happy with it. If you guys are on the market for one, like I said, I'll leave that link down below. Now I'm just going to work on this rug. You're going to notice I'm going to pay a lot more attention to the corners. I feel like that's where it gets dirty. I'm still going to go over the whole thing, but the corners are kind of the spots that are turning more brown because people walk on them. So let's go ahead and work on this rug.
Someone like you, I would watch the days go by, wasted and blue. I was out of use. Now every day, every night, every moment with you, I'm walking on air. And every day, every way, I feel I can't lose. I wanna shout it out, ain't no limit. I wanna shout it up to the world.
So if you guys are new here, I just did 2 videos on creating this back patio. So if you want to watch those, I'm going to have those linked down below in my description box as well. But in our patio makeover 2, we got a lot of questions about the TV and how we're going to maintain it. So it is not an outdoor TV. It just came from my daughter's playroom. She wasn't using it. And we're not too worried about it because it is covered. It's under a covered patio. So if you're not under a covered patio, it's probably not a great idea. You would need an outdoor TV. Plus, we bought a cover for it off Amazon. I'll have that linked to my Amazon store. But basically, it's a lot like a grill cover. So it just protects it from like wind and rain. And so if the weather gets really bad, we'll just put it up there. And then in the winter, our winters haven't been as bad. But like if a big snow's coming, all we have to do is unplug it and take it off. But for the most part, we're just going to leave it up there unless, you know, a really bad storm comes through. Okay, so here is the nasty brown water just from doing the shampooer. I could have probably done it again and it would have been just as bad, but I know more people are coming over, so it's really not worth it to do it again. I probably will shampoo once our family leaves. But now I'm going to show you some clips of Chase mowing. So like I mentioned, we're on an acre. We typically have to mow once a week. I will say June was a very dry month. We were even watering as much as we could, but it's really hard to water a whole acre. So the grass is dying out. So we've actually been able to go like 9 or 10 days. So it was probably a nice break for Chase not having to mow much. But when you're riding a lawnmower, it's not near as bad as a push mower. So it's actually kind of relaxing when you're out there mowing.
You got me all worked up, got me spinning. I'm crazy for love, crazy for love, crazy for. You know I'm crazy for, crazy for love, crazy for. You know I'm crazy for, crazy for love.
So I let let the rug dry out for a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and put the chairs back on it. It is super hot here in Oklahoma, so I think the heat index for this day was like 105 or 106, so it's going to dry out quick. You can tell I threw my hair up. I was just so hot and sweaty, but we were trying to get the house prepped because actually the next day was the 4th of July and we were having our parents over, so we were just trying to get everything off the list. But this is all stuff we do even if people aren't coming over. So if you want a clean house, I always get, you're cleaning a clean house. Houses don't stay clean on their own. So if you want them clean, you're gonna have to maintain them. And there's 2 ways of doing that. You can either just clean a little bit as you go so it's never bad, or you can let it become a disaster where you spend like days and hours cleaning it. I just take the first one where I just clean a little bit every day and then it always stays nice and clean. That's how I prefer, but totally do what's best for you. But as you can see, I'm just kind of putting everything back in its space. The rug is still wet, so it still looks a little dirty, but it did clean up really well.
Filling the spaces within. Running around, are we there yet? Music is not where we all met.
Now I'm going to go ahead and work on sweeping the back porch. Since Chase is mowed around here, it's kind of put some grass up there. Chase does have a blower. Every time you guys see me sweep outside, you're like, oh, Chase needs a blower. We absolutely have one. I prefer sweeping. I can go ahead and sweep, you know, around the windows and the doors and the siding. Plus, I feel like it's a little bonus workout for the day. I'm cleaning, so I don't realize I'm getting the workout. Just staying active can help you guys so much. I always get a ton of questions, how do we eat out and eat fast food? It's just I try to stay as active as I can. So instead of taking the easy way out and letting Chase just blow off the porch, which is nice and fast if you're in a hurry, I just want to go ahead and take my time and enjoy it and be outside. It's a good arm workout. So definitely start looking at your cleaning routine, and it can also be a workout routine because it keeps you moving and it really will help you as the days and weeks go on. I also mentioned my shorts in the last couple videos. I seriously wear them almost every single day. I have them in a small and a medium, so if you like them just a little bit oversized and longer, size up, but the small fit me just fine too. I'm gonna go ahead and link those because they're from Amazon and I seriously love them. They're like the best shorts and they're super comfortable. And they're like car friendly. I know some jeans are like tight and they're hard to sit in. These are not that way. And then I will link my shoes as well. I wear them every single day. I have them in black and nude and I think they're super cute and a great alternative just to like Old Navy flip-flops. I feel like they're just cuter, but they're jelly so you can just rinse them off. So I'll link all that for you just in case you guys want to check those out. But after I do a little bit of work, I try to keep Chase hydrated because he can't get off the mower as easier as I can come in and out. So after I do a few chores, I like to go grab him a Gatorade and give him a drink so he has one out there. Like I said, I can come in and out and I drink the whole time, but it's really hard to like every time you get off the lawnmower, it turns it off. So it's just easier for me to run something out to him. But now as he moves to the front of the yard, I kind of do too. I kind of just like go where he goes and I move things for him. I clean off the porches. As you can see, I have my broom again. I'm wiping down all the siding. I'm getting all those bugs and spider webs. I think your front porch is super important, especially if you're selling your house or having people over. It's the first thing people see, so make sure it's clean and nice. Make sure all your doorknobs are clean. People will look past a lot of stuff, but they always notice the doorknobs because they have to touch it to get into a room or inside your house. So just be aware of stuff like that.
Don't waste my time on yesterday. I never shy away from a good time. Coming on Friday night, I see my friends and feel alright.
I also wanted to point out our bamboo blinds. So you guys love those from the inside of the house. You always want to know if they have much privacy or if you can see through them. So they're currently shut right now. I like to keep the house super dark and cool, so when we come inside from having a really hot yard day, it's like super cold and dark. So right there, they're all the way down. You can tell my windows look like they're blacked out. So they have very good coverage. No, you can't see through them. I mean, my back windows are open, so there's still light in that house and you can't see anything. So they have 100% privacy. I think they're even better than like normal white blinds. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys for anybody that was wondering or interested in those. Okay, the next project I wanted to work on were our window screens. They have white all on them, but George totally stole the show on that one. I was trying to show you the white, not him, but he was in there being mopey. But I just took a rag with soapy hot water and it cleaned right off. I thought I was going to have to remove all the screens and power wash them, but it was super easy to do. I always get asked how I clean stains and just spots. I always start just with soapy hot water, and 9 times out of 10 it works. So sometimes you just have to go back to the basics. We don't need a ton of products. Sometimes you just need dish soap, a rag, and hot water. But now I'm gonna head to the back of my porch. Basically this was cleaning so well, I just went from window to window to get them all clean.
You spin around, you laugh to yourself, and I see you shine in every color, resting your head in my arms. You sing la 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 la.
So when I have a rag with soapy hot water, I just kind of get obsessed and I start cleaning anything I can because it cleans so much. So I wipe down our back door. I did not realize how bad our black light up here had gotten. I'm gonna have to start paying more attention to that. It looks so good now. Every time I go outside, it's like all I can stare at. I also wipe down the wreath and the sound bar, and then I do the window over there by the kitchen window, that screen. It's just so easy to take that rag around and just clean off everything that you can, and everything just looks brand new again.
I found you today. It feels like it's been forever, laughing all day. We spin around, your hand reaches mine.
Here is a clip of Chase weed eating. So this is just something he does about every other time because it is a lot of work. When you're on an acre and it's fenced, there's just so much between the fence and the pool and the house and the trampoline and the trees. It's just a lot of work. So he definitely just does it every other time to give himself a break. And then we also edge the driveway. Now he does do that every time just because I think it looks so much better, but just doing those things make your yard look so complete and perfect. It's just like a finishing touch. But now I'm going to show you our flower beds. They are horrible. You guys just saw us redo these at the beginning of the summer. So we bought a different type of mulch this year because I liked this color better, but it's definitely not helping with the weeds. I have never seen a weed like this. It's actually kind of pretty with the flowers, but we definitely don't want it in there. So next year we're definitely gonna clear out all this mulch and lay down that black liner like we did in the backyard. We've never had to do that before with our mulch, but whatever kind this was, it was just completely different. Typically I love pulling weeds. I find it relaxing, but with stuff like this, I have Chase do it because being out here on land, we get snakes and big spiders and just big bugs. Everything's so much bigger out here. So I'm gonna let him work on this.
I've got this feeling, I'm feeling you could be the one. I see no reason why I should ever let you go.
As you can see right here, it's looking so much better. It's not perfect, but it just looks a whole lot better. So I'm gonna go ahead and I went and grabbed our trash can so I can just start throwing all of those weeds away. You definitely don't want to leave those weeds in your yard because it'll just produce more weeds, and we actually pay to have our yard sprayed so we don't have weeds. So I definitely want to get those picked up so they don't get blown around into our yard or our neighbor's yard. And then I'm just kind of helping them on the areas that already have like the main part cleared out so I can actually see what I'm grabbing.
I wouldn't know what to do. Sometimes I forget to breathe.
Now we are moving on to the pool. This pool has been our hardest year yet, so Chase has cleaned it more than any other year, and it's been the dirtiest this year. So basically what we think our problem is we went a lot bigger with this pool, but it came with the same size pump as our last pool did that was smaller, so we just don't think it was pumping enough. Luckily, my parents brought over a pump that they had on the 4th of July, and we were able to switch it out, and I think that's going to solve all of our problems. But we're also having an issue finding filters for the pool. I guess everyone's sold out and they're just not getting a lot in. It's kind of like the new toilet paper, I guess. So we're having to be really careful and just clean those out and try to make them last as long as they can so we can keep up the pool and not have to take it down. But Chase is just going to work on getting this clean so Savannah can swim in it later.
Baby, without
So now that Chase is done mowing and weed eating and edging and he's over there working on the pool, I'm just going to go around from space to space putting everything back where it was. So I'm going to pull out this bench and I'm going to set up the table. Basically, I'm going to stage everything back where it was and how we like it. It's definitely worth it just to get this done. Then when we are completely done and showered or enjoying the evening, everything's back in its home. So I have the same like rules that I do for the inside and the outside. So everything has a home and I like to have it staged really pretty, and then it's just so relaxing to look at when you're all finished. Okay, and here is what it's looking like. It just looks so pretty to have everything nice and fresh. I also wanted to let you guys know, if you've made it this far, don't click off yet. I have a fun little surprise for you guys at the very end of this video, so don't click off. But now the last thing that I do in the evenings is water again. I mentioned this, I wake up and water, and then in the evening, once the sun goes down, I water, and that's really helped to keep my plants alive right now during all this heat. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. I know this was a different type of cleaning video, but I hope you enjoyed just kind of seeing how much we work on the outside, because you guys always see us working on the inside, but we like to keep the outside just as nice as the inside. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like for us to work on the house for a full day. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up so I know to make more like this. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.